Hi Pisces, first of all, just an apology because you, alongside Capricorn, Sagittarius and Aquarius, didn't receive your singles reading for March. Unfortunately, I just ran out of time, and when it came around that I could have done the readings for you, we are then so late into the month of March that I thought it was best just to skip and go straight into April. Now, as you all know, I'm doing a reflexology course. Thank you all so much for your good luck messages. You know, I really appreciate that and all your support. So I'm doing the ex-partner reading and the singles reading combined together. This will be for ex-partners, this will be for singles. Now, I'm also doing it slightly differently in terms of the cards are face down, and I'm going to turn them over one by one as we go through the reading. Now, people have said in the past about me shuffling on camera, and there's two reasons why I don't do it. I definitely need to invest in a tripod in the near future, because at the moment where my camera is positioned, I don't have the arm space, sorry, or the maneuverability to be able to shuffle on camera without ending up knocking the camera over. And also, one of the other aspects is shuffling on camera is time consuming, and the upload time when I hit over 20 minutes, it just seems to take hours to upload one video. So I always have previously shuffled off camera, laid the cards out facing upwards, and then what I do is if I feel I need to clarify, I will also do that off camera. But for these readings, I don't know why, I just decided I would have them face down and do it differently. So your outcome cards for both spreads are not going to be clarified, okay? But I've pulled both spreads a romance oracle card. So the ex-partner is the same. This side's for you, this is for your ex-partner. But obviously, as you know by now, it can always go vice versa. Over here for the singles, these three cards are more about you, and these three cards can be possible energies that may be coming through for you in the month of April. So we're going to start with the ex-partner. So we've got the Three of Wands here. Now, the Three of Wands, we've moved up from the Two. The Two of Wands is about that decision on which path to go down, okay? When we get to the Three, the decision's been made. We're now waiting to see what's going to happen, what the results are going to be. Sometimes, you know, the Three of Wands, people say it's like waiting for that shit to come in, okay? So in regards to you with your ex-partner, a decision has been made here. Maybe for some of you, it is about, you know, wanting to return to your ex-partner. Maybe for some of you, it isn't. On your ex-partner's side, I can't pick the cards up sometimes. They're so slippery and on the glass. Right, so they have the Four of Cups. Now up here, we could say that this is the Ace of Cups because it is much bigger than the other cups. But the Four of Cups is that kind of blah feeling, you know, when nothing is satisfying us on an emotional level. Three cups have already been offered to us and we're not interested. Then we get that Ace of Cups being offered and we're still really not interested. Although when I look at this in the Gilded Tarot, the Four of Cups, it does look like that it's slightly got this boy's, or this young man, I should say, his attention, because he is actually looking up to the cup, kind of checking out what might be in it. But it may be here to symbolize that you have made some offer to your ex-partner, and it either maybe not what they were really hoping for or wanting, or it may be for some of you that you have slightly got their attention. For others, it could be that your ex-partner has had offers from other people in terms of dating, and they have refused that, and they're not interested because maybe the one person they're hoping to hear from is you. The next card you have, Pisces, is the Knight of Cups. Now, this is water energy. As I've said before, I tend to look at the King and the Queen as more of a particular sign than I do other cards in the tarot. But nonetheless, the Knight of Cups is water energy. So it could be talking about you here being the Pisces. But maybe some of you are dealing with another Pisces or a Scorpio or a Cancer. But the Knight of Cups comes in and he offers something, okay? He's bringing in feelings, emotions and love here. With the Three of Wands at the top there, it could suggest that this is you, that you have made this decision, that it is your ex-partner that you want to return to. And that Knight of Cups is you making that offer. But it could be here to suggest that you're wanting this offer to come through from your ex-partner. And maybe up here with the Three of Wands, your decision has been made in terms that you want your ex-partner. And now you're sitting and waiting and hoping that you're going to hear something from them. The card that they have is the Page of Wands. Now the pages are messengers, okay? So a message coming through. The Page of Wands, yes, it can be creative energy, but it can be something very fiery, something passionate, something that stirs our passions, okay? Or stirs that fire within us. Again, it could very well be a message coming through from your ex-partner. It could be them hoping to receive a message from you, okay? So with both of these cards, we've got some form of messages, you know, some form of communication that I feel both of you are either going to offer or are hoping that the other is going to offer. When we come down to the outcome, we've got the Ace of Wands here. Now, the Ace is a new beginning. And the Wands, as I said, is that passion. It's that fire. You know, it's that spark. And, you know, I've heard it said that the Ace of Wands is the most passionate, you know, card in the tarot. So a new beginning in terms of passion here. Maybe, you know, igniting that passion again for how you feel about your ex-partner. They have the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords could be suggesting that they are an air sign, an Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini. But also, if it's not them as the sign, then the King of Swords is somebody that wants clarity. He wants a better understanding. He doesn't mince his words. He comes in with the truth and what he wants back is the truth. He will use that sword to cut straight through to get the truth, but as I said, to also speak his truth. So it could be that, again, I just feel that there's communication coming through here, okay? This Three of Wands, maybe it is going vice versa. Maybe it is your ex-partner that has made that decision from the Two of Wands that they want to reconcile. They want to return to you, okay? As I said, it can always go vice versa. But we've got a Knight of Cups, something being offered. We've got the Page of Wands, a message coming through. We have an Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning in terms of passion. We've got this Four of Cups here, which when I look at this Four of Cups, as I said, in the Gilded Tarot, to me, it more talks about how somebody has declined the three other cups that have been offered, but is maybe, you know, you know, I can't pronounce the word I'm trying to say, is thinking, I would just say thinking, is thinking about accepting that Ace of Cups that's being offered there. So, yeah, for some of you, there is a good opportunity in this month of April that something could start to take place or develop between you and your ex-partner. Now, we're going to look at your Romance Oracle card. And that says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Now, maybe this is an independent message for some of you that's not related so much to the rest of the spread. But maybe this is a warning that, you know, maybe there are some red flags. Maybe there are some things that need to be dealt with here before you go jumping back into a reconciliation. Just because there's red flags doesn't mean it's bad and the relationship cannot work out. But there may be some issues, some, you know, a situation that's going to have to be resolved first before you can really start to move things forward. Now, I'm just going to pause because Madam's walked in and wants to go out. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So, we're going to go on to the single spread now. Now, what I found with the majority of the other signs is that we've either had repeating cards over here, or the messages over here have kind of blended in with what we found on the ex-partner side. But with a couple of the signs, that hasn't been the case, okay? Now, they are two separate spreads, ex-partner and single, but if it does blend together, then hey, that's how it's meant to be. So the first card you've got, Pisces. I almost said Scorpio then. Maybe you are dealing with a Scorpio. You've got the Star card. Now, the Star card is a card of healing. So maybe needing to go through some healing, especially if you've come out of a relationship. But also the Star card is keeping that faith. The faith that everything is going to just work out as it should. Okay? And then we have the Two of Swords. Now, I've just finished Aquarius's reading, and they had the Two of Swords in exactly the same position. And the Two of Swords is about needing to make a choice, possibly between two things, but the choice could be that both things feel negative. It can be needing to make a decision. The thing is, the blindfold is on, and somebody, you know, you're choosing not to make a decision here or make this choice. To me, it often feels like trying to bury your head in the sand, that if you can't see that choice, you know, if you can't see it, then you don't have to deal with it. Sometimes as well, it can be about being in the middle of two opposing sides. That maybe there's some people telling you that maybe, you know, you should go back to your ex-partner. And other people are telling you, no, you need to move on, forget about your ex-partner and move on to somebody new. And you're kind of stuck in the middle, you know, not knowing which side to go with, okay? And then you've got the Three of Pentacles. And one of the other signs, I can't recall, but they also had the Three of Pentacles in the same position. And the Three of Pentacles, it talks about a relationship between two people who are on the same page. Two people who are prepared to build the relationship up from the foundations, you know, make plans together, work together as a team, not opposing one another, but coming together and putting, you know, the same amount of effort into the relationship, both wanting the same common goal here, if you like. The card here is the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles, there can be two aspects here. It can be a card and an energy about holding on tightly to something. If that's the case, maybe some of you are holding on tightly to the hope here that you can have this type of relationship that I described with the Three of Pentacles. But also the Four of Pentacles could be where you're holding on to your feelings and your emotions, and you're not opening yourself up emotionally. And if you're keeping yourself closed off emotionally, then it's not going to be easy for you to find this type of relationship. You're going to need to open up and allow somebody to come in. But maybe you are needing to go through a healing process before you can get to that stage. Down here we have the Hermit. And the Hermit is that card of soul searching. It's the card of inner reflection, okay? Working through maybe what it is you want, how you feel about something. It's kind of like an enforced isolation. And sometimes it can be about needing to find answers to something, but knowing that really the answers lie within you. You can't go and ask other individuals because, like I said, you've got to find the answers from within you about what it is that you really want, you know. And when the Hermit comes up, for me, it normally comes up when there is a choice or a decision that's gonna have to be made here. And then here we have the Page of Pentacles. And the page, as I said, is messages coming through. And the Page of Pentacles can be a message coming through, offering you something, but something that you're going to love and treasure just as much as money. Something that you're going to give, you know, that you're going to want to give your undivided attention to. But you're going to have to open yourself up to that possibility, Pisces. Now, your Romance Oracle card is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And maybe that's what this spread is for you. You know, going through the healing process, needing to forgive somebody for what's happened in the past, needing to learn from mistakes that have been made, and then needing to release it, heal from it, and then be able to move on. In order to do this, you're gonna have to maybe do some soul searching. You may have to make some hard choices or decisions about leaving something in the past in order to move forward. You know, this reading could be linked to this, but for me, what I'm feeling here is that this is possibly two separate messages here. There may very well be a link, and you may have a difficult decision to make here about whether you do return to your ex-partner or not. But, you know, we've got red flags here warning you, as I said, and red flags don't mean you can't re-enter something, but it's about being more cautious, I guess, the second time round. But we've got red flags here that maybe those red flags are to do with needing to forgive and learn, needing to heal and release all of the past crap that's been there between you and an ex. Yes, I could say that in some way, for some of you, these two are linked together. But for others of you, we are talking about two separate messages here. Okay, Pisces, that does end the reading. I do hope you've liked it and enjoyed watching it. And thank you so much. Take care. Bye.